I hold a position in AMD. My position has more than 4x. In this video, I'm going to give my price target for AMD and then address all fears related to AMD. Let me get straight to the point. AMD is a screaming buy right now if you're looking for next 3-4 years. My base case for AMD sits at around $1,200 per share in 2029, which is more than a double. My bull case sits at around $1,430. Some of the Wall Street institutions such as Barclays have already realized this, and they've given a price target of $665 within 12 months. Let me address fear number one and how I came up with these targets. People say AMD cannot compete with Nvidia. It's a second-rate play, so why should I buy Nvidia? Market cap sits around $4.5 trillion. Whereas AMD's market cap is around $800 billion, less than 1/5 of Nvidia's market cap. Nvidia is already priced as a multi-trillion-dollar company, whereas AMD has a huge room to grow. Let's look at the financial numbers for AMD. AMD's revenue for 2025 was $34.6 billion, with a net margin of 12.5%. Their net margin doubled from 2024 to 2025. AMD CEO Lisa Su has projected that AMD will grow its revenue 35% or more cumulatively every year till 2030. AMD will achieve an EPS of $20 by 2030. Mind you, I'm keeping this as a base case because AMD has always met or beaten its revenue and guidance estimates. It's never come up short, which means Lisa Su always gives conservative targets. So this is the base case where we say it grows 35% growth rate and gets to a 30% non-GAAP margin. Then its revenue in 2029 will be $115 billion and net income based on 30% margin will be $34.5 billion. This brings the EPS to $21. And if we assume a PE of 50, based on this PE, its price target will be more than $1,000 in 2029. Let's consider the bull case. If it achieves a 40% revenue CAGR, 35% non-GAAP margin, then its 2029 revenue would be similar to what Nvidia's was in 2025. That is $133 billion. Its net income would be $46 billion, which comes up to a non-GAAP EPS of $28 and a price target with 50 PE of $1,430, triple within 3 years. Let's address fear number 2. Because the stock has already 5x from its low. The growth is entirely baked in. AMD's fundamental business model itself is changing. Its GPU segment is projected to grow more than 60% CAGR, and CPU is growing at a rapid pace. Lisa Su already said that CPU's market will be around $120 billion in 2030. Even if it captures 30 to 40% of CPU market share, AMD currently has 33% of the CPU market share, which means $40 billion itself are coming from the CPU industry. And if data center grows at 60% CAGR or more, around $90 billion would be coming from data center itself in 2029. Which means a total revenue of $130 billion or more. Stock has run up 4 or 5x, but based on the revenue numbers it's targeted to achieve in the next 3-4 years, that's still undervalued. Another argument people have that big tech, Google, Amazon are building their own custom chips in-house. They will kill AMD's and Nvidia's market. Has committed to installing 6 gigawatts of infrastructure across its AI data centers with AMD. Similarly, OpenAI and AMD had a deal, with first gigawatt of that deal starting with MI450 launch in second half of this year. And Lisa Su on the earnings call explicitly confirmed that AMD is actively collaborating on multi-year data center capacity planning with 8 out of the top 10 hyperscaler companies. Another fear is the slowing console cycles and broader recession will crush the stock over the next year. But 2029 AMD revenue numbers will be majorly from GPU and the CPU industry. The gaming embedded sector revenue will be minimal in comparison to those. Another fear people have, AMD is stuck in the middle. Intel owns the CPU space, Nvidia owns the GPU space. And with more CPUs required per GPU, AMD is going to dominate. In my view, stock might double within a year or two. The MI450 catalyst coming in the second half of this year is already on track as per the latest.
People talk about AMD's big billion-dollar deals with Meta and OpenAI, but nobody tells you how it is game-changing. Let me tell you why. Meta and OpenAI have shocked the world by signing a definitive multi-year agreement to deploy 6 gigawatts of data center capacity powered exclusively by AMD GPUs and CPUs. If we put that into perspective, 6 gigawatts, it's not just one data center, it's literally a city of compute. A single gigawatt can power roughly 750,000 homes. And this is based on AMD's upcoming MI450 architecture. Meta's deal alone translates to deployment of roughly 3 million high-performance AI GPUs, and it has an estimated contract value of $100 billion over the next 5 years. That is $20 billion per year. Combining both Meta and OpenAI's deal, that is $40 billion per year. AMD's revenue in 2025 itself was $34 billion. So this is more than the total revenue of AMD in 2025 alone. Bears also have a claim that Nvidia is moving past Hopper to Blackwell. They are completely ignoring the accelerating velocity of AMD's roadmap. The instant MI450 and 450X upgrade pretty highly anticipated. Lisa Su revealed in the last earnings call that customer engagement and forward order expectations for MI450 are already exceeding their initial forecasts.